Right, welcome back. Hello. I think this is campaign mission 2, episode 4. I think it's episode 4. I apologise if I've got it wrong. But where we left off in the last episode, which was about a week ago, we've got a couple of new missions. One of them is to achieve an express status on a rail line between Liverpool and Carlisle. Well, there's Liverpool and there's Carlisle, and we built this lovely train track running all the way down, connecting them both. And I believe I also hooked in my express line, which I did. So I've got a whole bunch of trains. This one here, I've got a whole bunch of trains running across my whole main line, which includes Liverpool and Carlisle. So hopefully that will turn into an express line at some point soon. I'm not sure why it's not express already. I need to figure out why. But yeah, hopefully that'll sort itself out quite soon. Other than that, the other mission was to deliver 4 loads of vegetables to York. So if we have a quick look at the map, I've got a Manchester connection to York, but there's no vegetables up this way except for on this little place over here, which I'm not sure how you get to it. Have you got to build like underground tunnels? I didn't think they were able to do that sort of thing back in those days, but yeah, I'm not sure if I should connect to that one or to the one over here, which is to the south, back in England. Sorry, back in the south of England. So here there's I think I've purchased this. I actually own this already, this line. I think I did that in the last episode. So what I could do is, since I've got a station with vegetables connecting to Cambridge, I might extend that over into Birmingham and then tell Birmingham it's to ask for vegetables, which means a train running this direction should be able to deliver vegetables to Birmingham, and then Birmingham can deliver them to Manchester and York. Let's see if I can get that working. So I think that's what I'm going to concentrate on first. So this was all built by the AI previously. I'm going to delete that connection. And I'm going to build a second line between there and there. That looks good to me. I'm going to set the direction. So I think I normally do it that way. And we'll also connect that same line. It's a shame this guy's here, but let's see if we can connect that to Birmingham. So I think I'll connect it to... This will be expensive. I might not be able to afford it. 440. We got a 5% incline, which isn't fantastic. We've got a couple of bridges. I don't know whether I can get rid of that incline in any way. No, it's here to stay. I can get it down to 4, but it makes the length of the route invalid. Right, let's get rid of that. So that's the best it's going to do. I will build that. I'll duplicate it. And I've done it wrong. Delete. Delete. That's my fault. I want that line to connect into there. That's around about the same price. I then want him. Yes. Set the direction. You go left, you go right. So now I've got a continuous network from the vegetables to Birmingham. What can we do? Should I set up? Maybe I'll bring in... Oh, I could have collected both, actually. I could have collected both these resources and brought them to Cambridge. I'm going to leave this guy disconnected for the moment. I don't think anywhere needs... London's probably my biggest place. I don't think it's got a need for clay. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to leave that out for the moment. Let's get a I also need to set up supply. So let's put it on that longest section there, perhaps. So what I will do is I will say to Birmingham, which I think should have a warehouse. Oh, it doesn't. I'm going to have to delete the market hall and stick a warehouse in there now. Damn! I've just had a thought. I can't do this. I can't do it this way. This is my... This is my express line. So I'm going to need a lot more money. This is my express line. It's only for passenger trains. This station only services passenger trains. And I'm asking it now to accept freight. Which is the reason why this station had a restaurant and a market rather than a warehouse, because it didn't deal with goods anymore. So it kind of goes against the plan that I had, where stations on the right were going to be passenger ones, and this second line on the left was going to be for the freight. So really, ideally, what I'd be doing is connecting into that station here, rather than to this station. However, Manchester, where I want to go off to York, that's expecting goods as well. So I've got myself in a bit of a pickle, which I'll have a think about how I can resolve this. Either way, I need more money. I think what I'm going to have to do, I've got two choices. I either build 2 more lines up to here, right? So that these stations now, they're not just freight. They're not just express passengers, they're also freight. Or I build another 3rd line to the right of this station, and again it's another one that's dedicated for freight. But honestly, I think that's over engineering. I think that building a 3rd line for freight is probably overkill. It would cost a lot of money. I think it would be a pain to maintain. I think I'm better off just saying, look, it's nice to think that these stations are only for express trains, but in the end, sorry, it's going to have to handle freight. So let's get some money together. Let's speed the game up, get some cash. I've got the cash I need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a connection from Manchester to Birmingham. Hopefully that's following the existing line. It is. It's got a bit of a problem over here, though. The track is blocked by a building. I don't see a building. Oh, why have you... I wish right click wouldn't come out of the whole thing. So that, it's happy with that. It seems happy with... Why is this thing such a pain in the backside? So it's happy with that. Happy with that. all of a sudden it's not happy. When I get to here, suddenly it's complaining about that section. He is happy. Right, hold on. Hold on, I think I know what to do. Build that. Right, build the next one. Then once those are done, build to here. Yeah, there's something not right with the track lane in this game. There is definitely a problem there. Look, it's letting... Oh, I haven't got the money. Let's get that money together. But it's letting me do it if I build it piece by piece. But it wouldn't let me do it all in one go. Right, build it. Let's set the direction. Right. And left. I completely forgot to do gridirons on all of these tracks, so gridiron there, gridiron there, that will need a gridiron, that will also need a gridiron, yeah, and I'll need a gridiron here. Great. Okay, so let's build a train that runs... oh, I forgot to add the warehouse. Need money for that as well. Good, that's added. Let's configure it. So, hey, I want you to collect vegetables. And we'll set up a lovely little train that goes from that there to there to there. And probably back again. That way it can deliver goods to Cambridge. We will make this a... I think vegetables might need a refrigerator car. Yeah, it does. Refrigerator car for vegetables. And we'll choose the very best. We'll try going with a mixed one. It's nice and fast. We'll go with a mixed. I will do... How many trains? 2? Well, we got the... Yeah. Let's do 3 trains. Let's do 3 trains. Now, what that means is I also need to have a train running from Birmingham. Let's make it stop in Manchester as well. It's selecting the wrong track. So delete. Yeah, delete that rail line. Let me do that again. So I want it to go from Birmingham. Did the wrong thing there. It's a freight train. It's a locomotive. Rhine. Let's do... Oh god, these reports are so annoying. Let's do 2 trains, freight, a refrigerator. Let's say it starts in Birmingham and goes to Manchester. However, I want it to use that line, which should allow it to then continue on to York and then back to Manchester. Distant relative is giving me stocks. That's great. Okay, I think that's all I need to do there. The train line runs on a long section without direction. Yeah, that's fine. So you are right and you are left, which matches the rest. I'm not sure if I put gridirons down here. I think I did. Yeah, that looks good. See if I can find any of those new trains. So here's one. Filling up with veg. That's good. It's taking that veg all the way to Birmingham, which should be expecting it, I would imagine, at the warehouse. It is. From there, it's going to get delivered to Manchester and York. Now, Oxford probably needs vegetables as well. A wood place, where is it? Is that Wales? Nah. Loads of veg for Manchester. And I'm actually going to change that line. I'm going to change this line that runs across here. I'm actually going to change it. Oh, it's already on automatic. Okay. So I think that means it's doing... yes, it is. It's doing passengers as well as vegetables. In that case, I might also up it to 4 trains. Right, now... my main express line, it's currently Iron Dukes, which are my very best express. Yeah, it is the fastest train I have. Yeah, I'm just trying to find out why it is that that line isn't classified as an express line. I mean, I've got express there. Is it because it contains mail carts? Is that the reason? I don't know. If I give it caboose, it says that increases the speed. Maybe we'll do that. Right, we got research. We got 200 points available. What does that do? That the running cost of maintenance posts is reduced. I don't have any, so that's no real help to me. Bidding tactics. At the end of an auction, you get some of it back. Take it. And let's save up 300 and get this thing, which will lead on to a new train, a new express train, Continental, 42 mile per hour. Looks good. Where are we? So, doesn't look like there's any vegetables on its way to York, unfortunately. Not yet. I think it's all being hogged by Manchester here. I'm sure some will get there eventually. Vegetables for Liverpool. Vegetables for Liverpool. How are they going to get to Liverpool? How are they getting to Liverpool? Have I got a freight line that's running... I guess I've got a freight line that's running there. Right, here's a test. If I set up a single line between Liverpool and Carlisle, I make it an Iron Duke Express, I make it express, I say there's 2 trains, that one and that one, confirm it, look, I've got the money, so it's... Will this be an express line? Nothing's going to York. And the reason vegetables aren't going to York is because it's got no need for them. So first of all, I've got to get York to 40,000 citizens, which means delivering.
If you're wondering why we're so successful, it's because of my military background. For 10 years, I was a soldier in the 67th Regiment of the Bengal Native Infantry, and I picked up a few things.
So it looks like I got an express line at last, which is that one. The one I just created. So I need to grow York, basically. It needs sugar. It's already got cloth, it's already got meats. It needs sugar. Do I have sugar? I forgot. I do, don't I? Here, yes. I've got a small breakdown there. What is this? What does this place look like? Do I need to buy it? I think I might. Good. I might think about expanding it at a later point. But the sugar is going into this station here in Liverpool, which doesn't have a connection to this station in Manchester, which is the only one that connects to York. So at the moment, York is never going to get sugar. Right. That that took a little while. This is about 20 minutes later after you last saw me. I've done a complete redesign of York, basically. I'll explain it in just a second. But I've got research available. I've now got 300 points available for the next research. We can get this locomotive maintenance reduced, which sounds fantastic. I could always do with that. Let's get that one. Money's coming in slower than before, but things should get back up to speed. It's because I've messed about with these lines quite dramatically. Go away quarterly report. Right, so how to explain it? I've changed quite a lot. So the vegetable line, which connects to Cambridge, no longer connects into Birmingham here. It's now connecting to the freight Birmingham line, my main line 2, I think I was calling it. So the vegetables are being delivered directly to this station instead, where the warehouse is saying that it accepts vegetables. And as you can see, it's building up. Liverpool and Manchester are about to start pulling vegetables. Now, the good news about bringing vegetables into that station is served by many trains that deliver freight. It's my main freight network. So any trains going north up here into Liverpool and Carlisle or coming back down will pick up vegetables and deliver them to places like London even. So London, I believe, probably should be expecting vegetables soon. It hasn't got them yet, but they should be about to go to London sometime soon, again, because they're being brought into this station. So what that meant was I didn't need those extra lines that I had between Birmingham and Manchester, so I've deleted those. Those are gone now. As you can see, we've only got the express line again. And then I changed things up between Manchester and York. So previously I had these one single line going to York from Manchester. I've now got two. I've now got one set of lines running all the way through here into Liverpool, okay, connecting into my freight network. So this is a freight line, this one here. And this line here is pretty much like the original line, except it's express only. So here's my express line, here's my freight line. All of the freight line connecting to Liverpool, the express line connecting to Manchester. So if people from York want to get to Liverpool, they can quite easily hop off at Manchester, get delivered to Liverpool. Or if they're heading to London, they can get off at Manchester and head all the way down into London. And the same goes for freight. So York, when it wants to pull in sugar, is an example where it's about to be delivered sugar. Do you see that? 12 on its way. Again, that's because I've hooked into Liverpool, and Liverpool's part of that main freight line that I have. So Liverpool, as you are aware, asks for sugar. Well, it gets sugar from a nearby resource. So York is now connected to sugar, which is great. I'm expecting York to grow soon. I need York to grow to 40,000 in order to need vegetables. Once York starts collecting vegetables, this task will get marked off. So I'm going to have a look at the optional tasks and see if any of them are doable. Increase the value of the company to 30 million. My value at the moment is... where does it show it? Is that my total value? 18 million? That's my stock value. Company value 18 million. Yeah, so I'm like halfway towards... I'm kind of halfway towards getting that task done. Achieve 3 cities with 100,000 on the network. Let's have a look. Manchester 55, Oxford 78. London is the only one that's above that now. London's now capped unless I build a university. So I'm not really anywhere near. Well, Oxford isn't too far. Liverpool's far away. Yeah, it would take quite some time, I think, to get 100,000 on either of those cities. So, yeah, I mean, possibly I could get that done. It's going to take a little while for York, I think, to get to 40,000 in order to start asking for vegetables. So, yeah, things are coming along nicely again. As I said, I've had to rework these lines. I'm not super happy with the way this is looking. It's a bit spaghetti junction, but at least York has now got all the resources it needs. It's got the sugar coming in, it's got the meat coming in, it's got the cloth coming in. It should be able to grow and help me proceed with my tasks. So yeah, I think that will do for this episode. There was a little bit of tidying up. We managed to get one of the tasks complete. We managed to get an express line on Liverpool to Carlisle. That's great. I'm well on the way to getting the remaining task done. So overall, a good episode. Let's see what happens in the next one. See you then.